mirror of my life. As if a harbinger of hot weather, summer rain fell, and then the wet places dried quickly because of stifling air. Adana's famous summer heat was even more evident that year. Even in the shady places, people couldn't stand the heat and they were drinking cold fruit juices to cool off. Crying sounds were heard in front of a crowded house in one of the streets. The lamenting people made it clear that something bad had happened. A sad woman, with tears on her face, turned to the boy who looked like to be 10 and said, "Ahmet, you lost your father today after your mother. You must be very sad, I guess. You were orphaned at such a young age." While saying these, the young woman burst into sobs and continued to speak with difficulty. "Salih was your father, and he was my brother, but unfortunately death can't be avoided. We will try to be a mother and a father to you." Looking at her with teary eyes, Ahmet tried to convey his thoughts to his aunt with a low voice. "Aunt, I don't have a right to rebel against fate. You can't escape it." These conversations were short. After the funeral, acquaintances began to leave. There was no one left until the evening hours. Ahmet, who moved to his aunt's home, was still having education at his school, and he was also trying to educate himself by reading books. One of the books he read was on Mevlana and his tolerance. Ahmet was getting strange feelings while reading this book because his Aunt Nermin fit the descriptions of Mevlana about good people. Ahmet thought that he should express this to his aunt, so he talked with his aunt in one evening. "Aunt, I have been reading a book on Mevlana and his tolerance recently. Reading the verse and life of a beautiful, valuable person will broaden your horizon. And the fact that how you act is very similar to the behavior which was described in the book makes me happy. I have seen many personality traits of you, such as tolerance, loving people, not looking down on them, being sensitive to the environment." Trying to stay away from being arrogant, Miss Nerman didn't want to talk about it more. She made a brief statement. "It's the reflection of your kind heart." After a short period of silence, Ahmet thought about this short answer and he said, "Aunt, you showed that you got the most important point of the book. From now on, I want to direct my life by looking at you. That is, you will be the mirror of my life, and I will always love you for the rest of my life."